Imagine waking up each morning with legs that feel strong, steady, and full of energy. No more being jolted awake by painful cramps. No more worrying that your legs might give out. And most importantly, no more fear of losing your mobility as you age. If you've ever struggled with leg weakness or sudden cramps in the middle of the night, listen closely, because what you'll learn today could change everything. Your leg strength, your ability to move freely, and even your long-term independence depend on something most people never consider: proper nutrition. In this video, we'll uncover the 7 most powerful vitamins and minerals for leg health, nutrients that help rebuild muscle, strengthen bones, improve circulation, and reduce nerve pain. Whether you enjoy casual walks, dancing, or simply want to stay independent well into old age, this information is for you. But first, let me know in the comments, where are you tuning in from? And if you've ever struggled with restless or weak legs, tell us below. You're not alone, and your experience might help someone else. Let's dive into nutrient number 1. 1. Vitamin D, the foundation of strong legs. Do your legs feel weak or tired more often than they used to? Does standing or climbing stairs feel harder than it once did? You might think it's just aging, but it could be a hidden vitamin D deficiency. Our bodies naturally make vitamin D from sunlight, but as we age, that ability decreases. And with modern indoor lifestyles, sun protection, and colder climates, most people simply don't get enough sun exposure anymore. The result? A slow and silent drop in vitamin D, and with it, weaker muscles, brittle bones, and a much higher risk of falls. Vitamin D plays a direct role in muscle strength and coordination, protein synthesis, and neuromuscular communication, supporting fast-twitch fibers, the ones responsible for quick reflexes. Without it, your body can't react quickly if you trip or stumble, making falls more likely and more dangerous. Worse still, low vitamin D levels impair your body's ability to absorb calcium, which leads to fragile bones, higher fracture risk, and conditions like osteoporosis. So, how can you restore your vitamin D levels? Spend 15 to 30 minutes in the sun daily, if possible. Eat more fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, sardines, egg yolks, and mushrooms. Consider supplements. 800 to 1,000 IU per day is generally recommended for older adults, but don't stop there, because vitamin D works best alongside another mineral. 2. Calcium, bone strength and muscle movement. Most people think calcium is just for bones, but it's also crucial for every single muscle contraction in your body. Each time you take a step, flex your ankle, or lift your heel, calcium is hard at work behind the scenes. And here's the catch. As we age, we lose calcium faster than we replace it. That means weaker bones, a higher chance of fractures, and yes, muscle cramps, fatigue, and instability. If your legs feel heavy, shaky, or unsteady, calcium may be a missing piece. Even worse, when your body doesn't get enough calcium from food, it starts pulling it from your bones to keep nerves and muscles functioning, weakening your skeleton over time. So what should you eat to stay strong? Dairy, milk, yogurt, cheese. Leafy greens, kale, spinach, collard greens, fish, sardines, and salmon with bones. Fortified foods, plant-based milks, cereals, nuts, and seeds, especially almonds and sesame seeds. But remember, calcium is only absorbed properly if you're also getting enough vitamin D. The two work as a team. Finally, make sure you're moving. Weight-bearing exercise like walking, dancing, or light resistance training encourages your bones to absorb more calcium and stay dense and resilient. If you've ever worried about cramps, leg weakness, or balance, start by giving your body what it's really asking for: vitamin D and calcium. Earlier, we talked about how calcium supports strong bones and muscles. But here's something many people don't realize. Even if you're consuming plenty of calcium, your body can't actually absorb it without enough vitamin D. That means all those calcium-rich foods might not be helping if you're low on D. And calcium isn't the only mineral you need for strong, steady legs. Let's move on to 2 more essential nutrients that help your muscles contract properly, prevent cramps, and keep your legs feeling light and energized. 3. Magnesium, the anti-cramp mineral. If you've ever been jolted awake at night by a painful calf cramp, chances are you were low on magnesium. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 enzyme reactions in your body, and one of its most important jobs is to regulate nerve and muscle function. It helps your muscles relax after they contract, which is why a deficiency can lead to spasms, twitches, and cramps, especially in the legs. As we age, magnesium levels tend to drop. Stress, medications, and poor diets can all deplete it further. And unfortunately, the modern diet, high in processed food and low in greens, doesn't help. Low magnesium can lead to muscle tightness and twitching, poor sleep and restless legs, fatigue and weakness during movement, increased risk of falls due to instability. So how can you fix it? Eat magnesium-rich foods like dark leafy greens, spinach, Swiss chard nuts and seeds, almonds, pumpkin seeds, beans and lentils, whole grains like quinoa, avocados, and bananas. Dark chocolate, yes, in moderation. Some people also benefit from magnesium supplements. Just be sure to choose a well-absorbed form like magnesium glycinate or citrate, and always check with your doctor first. 4. Potassium, the electrical conductor of muscle control. You've probably heard that potassium is important for heart health. But did you know it's also essential for muscle strength, especially in your legs? Potassium is an electrolyte, which means it helps transmit electrical signals through your nerves. Every time you move a muscle, walk, balance, or stretch, potassium plays a key role in making that signal happen smoothly. If you're low on potassium, you may feel muscle weakness or heaviness, numbness or tingling in your legs, frequent cramps, especially during or after exercise, heart palpitations or irregular heartbeat. One big cause of potassium deficiency: excessive sodium. Most modern diets are heavy in salt and light on potassium, which throws off the electrolyte balance your muscles and heart rely on. To restore potassium naturally, focus on whole, unprocessed foods like bananas and avocados, sweet potatoes and squash, leafy greens and tomatoes, beans and lentils, coconut water or mineral-rich spring water. If you're taking medications like diuretics or blood pressure pills, you might be losing even more potassium than you realize. Always consult with a healthcare provider before making drastic changes, but adding potassium-rich foods is safe and smart for most people. Now here's a quick question for you. Have you ever had a leg cramp that made you jump out of bed? Or a workout that left your calves twitching for hours? Leave a comment and let us know. And if you've ever tried magnesium or potassium to fix it, what worked best? Stay with us. The next nutrients are just as powerful for balance, bone density, and muscle strength. Let's go deeper into magnesium, because its role goes far beyond preventing cramps. Magnesium is essential not just for muscle relaxation, but also for bone strength, joint mobility, and nerve communication. If you're low on magnesium, your muscles may feel stiff, your joints tight, and your movements less fluid. But here's something many people don't realize. Magnesium is also involved in bone formation and density. Without enough of it, your body has trouble maintaining strong, resilient bones, even if you're getting enough calcium and vitamin D. And when it comes to nerve health, magnesium helps regulate how your nerves send signals to your muscles. That means better coordination, balance, and reduced risk of twitching or numbness. So if your legs often feel tight, fatigued, or unstable, magnesium might be the hidden key, not just for comfort, but for long-term strength and agility. Now, let's move to another vital nutrient that often gets overlooked. 5. Vitamin B12, the brain-body connector. Vitamin B12 doesn't get enough attention, but without it, your nervous system can't function properly. And that has a direct impact on your legs. You see, B12 is crucial for forming myelin, the protective sheath that surrounds your nerves. Without enough myelin, nerve signals from your brain to your legs become slow, scattered, or even blocked. That's why low B12 levels are often linked to numbness or tingling in your legs and feet, muscle weakness or clumsiness, difficulty with balance, or walking leg pain that feels like pins and needles. Even worse, a long-term B12 deficiency can mimic serious conditions like multiple sclerosis or peripheral neuropathy. So how can you make sure you're getting enough? B12 is found naturally in animal-based foods like meat, especially liver, fish, salmon, sardines, tuna, eggs, and dairy. But here's the catch. If you're vegetarian, vegan, or over age 50, your body might not be absorbing B12 efficiently, even if your diet is rich in it. Why? Because B12 needs a special protein in your stomach, called intrinsic factor, to be absorbed properly. And as we age, or if we've had digestive issues, stomach surgery, or take certain medications, that protein becomes less active. In these cases, B12 supplements, especially sublingual or injectable forms, may be necessary. But always consult your doctor first. So ask yourself, do you ever feel pins and needles sensations in your legs? Numbness in your feet? An unexplained loss of balance? If so, B12 might be the missing piece. Let us know in the comments if you've ever had strange leg sensations or if you've been told you're low in B12. You might be surprised how common it is and how easily it can be corrected. In our final segment, we'll talk about a trace mineral most people ignore, but your legs absolutely depend on it. We've covered 6 powerful nutrients so far, but there's one more that often flies under the radar, even though your legs depend on it more than you think. 6. Zinc. The muscle repair and nerve booster zinc is best known for supporting your immune system. But did you know it also plays a direct role in muscle growth, tissue repair, and nerve communication? Without enough zinc, your muscles may not recover well after movement. Small injuries take longer to heal, and your nerves may become sluggish, leading to symptoms like leg fatigue after walking or climbing stairs, slow muscle recovery after exercise, numbness, tingling, or burning sensations, increased inflammation in joints and muscles. Zinc also supports testosterone and other hormones involved in muscle strength and regeneration, especially important as we age. So where do you get zinc? Red meat, especially beef and lamb, shellfish, like oysters and crab, nuts and seeds, pumpkin seeds, cashews, legumes, chickpeas, lentils, whole grains, and dairy products. Zinc is a trace mineral, so your body only needs a small amount, but that small amount makes a big impact. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about one more essential factor that's often ignored. 7. Hydration, the unsung hero of leg health. It may sound simple, but staying properly hydrated is one of the most powerful things you can do for your legs. Water keeps your muscles elastic, your joints lubricated, and your nerves firing correctly. When you're even slightly dehydrated, you lose electrolytes, including potassium and magnesium. which can lead to cramps, stiffness, and poor coordination. If your legs ever feel heavy or slow-moving crampy during sleep or after workouts, wobbly or prone to fatigue, it might not just be nutrition. It could be that you simply need more water. So, make it a habit. Drink water throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Add a pinch of natural salt or a splash of lemon to help with electrolyte balance. Monitor your urine color. Pale yellow is ideal. Increase fluids during hot weather, intense exercise, or illness. Remember, water is the delivery system that helps every nutrient on this list do its job. Final recap. Your 7 leg strengthening nutrients. Let's quickly review the 7 nutrients that can make your legs feel stronger, lighter, and more stable. Vitamin D boosts muscle control and calcium absorption. Calcium supports bone strength and muscle contraction. Magnesium prevents cramps and supports nerve function. Potassium maintains balance, strength, and electrical signals. Vitamin B12 keeps nerves healthy and legs responsive. Zinc promotes healing and muscle regeneration. Water hydrates muscles and delivers nutrients. You don't need a dozen supplements or extreme workouts. You just need the right nutrition, consistently. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more practical, science-backed health content. And don't forget to share this with someone who might be struggling with leg fatigue, cramps, or mobility. And now, we want to hear from you. Which of these nutrients are you most curious about? Have you noticed a difference when adding magnesium, potassium, or B12 to your routine? Drop a comment below. We read every one, because strong legs mean freedom, and it's never too late to take that first step.